September 26th holds significant importance in military history, with numerous events spanning wars, military operations, tactics, and major figures. From ancient battles to modern-day conflicts, this date has seen a broad spectrum of military activity. In this article, we delve into 10 major historical events of war and military relevance that occurred on September 26th throughout the ages. 1. Battle of Worcester, 1651. End of the English Civil War. On September 26, 1651, King Charles II fled to France after the defeat of his royalist forces at the Battle of Worcester. This decisive battle, fought on September 3, 1651, marked the culmination of the English Civil War. The conflict pitted royalists, loyal to the monarchy, against the parliamentarians led by Oliver Cromwell. Charles II's defeat was the final blow to the royalist cause, and his escape on September 26 brought an end to organized resistance, securing Cromwell's position as England's leader. 2. Execution of William the Conqueror's son, Robert Curthose, 1134. On September 26, 1134, Robert Curthose, the eldest son of William the Conqueror, died in captivity. Robert was a key military leader in the First Crusade, 1096 to 1099, and claimed Normandy after his father's death in 1087. However, his conflicts with his brothers, including King Henry I of England, led to his defeat at the Battle of Tinchebray 1106. Robert was imprisoned for the remainder of his life, dying in Cardiff Castle on September 26, 1134. His life and military efforts were pivotal in the politics of Norman England. 3. World War II. The start of Operation Market Garden, 1944. On September 26, 1944, the failed Allied Operation Market Garden ended. Launched on September 17, 1944, the operation aimed to capture several bridges in the Netherlands to create a route for Allied forces to invade Germany. Despite initial successes, the operation collapsed when Allied paratroopers were unable to secure the final bridge at Arnhem. The operation's failure led to significant casualties, delaying the end of World War II in Europe. Operation Market Garden remains one of the largest airborne operations in history. 4. Shaka Zulu dies, 1828. The legendary Zulu king and military innovator Shaka Zulu was assassinated on September 26, 1828. Known for revolutionizing warfare in southern Africa, Shaka introduced new military tactics, including the use of short stabbing spears, the Iklewa, and highly disciplined formation tactics like the bullhorn. His innovations allowed the Zulu kingdom to become a dominant force. However, his militaristic policies and erratic behavior eventually led to his assassination by his half-brothers. Shaka's influence on African military history remains unparalleled. 5. The Battle of Mogadishu begins 1993. On September 26, 1993, tensions in Somalia escalated as U.S. forces prepared for what would become the Battle of Mogadishu, October 3 to 4, 1993. Leading up to the battle, Operation Gothic Serpent aimed to capture Somali warlord Mohammed Farah Aidid. The chaotic urban combat that followed saw elite U.S. Army Rangers and Delta Force operatives ambushed by Aidid's militia, resulting in 18 American soldiers killed. The battle was later dramatized in the movie Black Hawk Down and underscored the difficulties of modern urban warfare. 6. Yom Kippur War ceasefire discussions, 1973. On September 26, 1973, tensions were building in the Middle East just days before the outbreak of the Yom Kippur War. Egypt and Syria had secretly coordinated a massive surprise attack on Israel, set for October 6, during the Jewish holy day of Yom Kippur. Israeli military intelligence was unaware of the impending assault, which would test Israel's military defenses in a war that would later shift the balance of power in the region. Although fighting would not begin until October, September 26 saw discussions that foreshadowed the conflict's rapid approach. 7. The capture of Monte Cassino begins, 1943. On September 26, 1943, Allied forces initiated their first assaults on the heavily fortified Monte Cassino Monastery in Italy during World War II. This series of battles was part of the Italian campaign, where the Allies sought to break through German defensive lines. Monte Cassino was a strategic stronghold for German forces, and capturing it was crucial for Allied advancement toward Rome. The monastery's eventual fall in May 1944 came after multiple costly battles, demonstrating the intense resistance of the German defenders. 8. First Indochina War. Operation Leah, 1947. On September 26, 1947, French forces began planning Operation Leah, a major offensive in the First Indochina War aimed at destroying the Viet Minh headquarters in northern Vietnam. This military operation was a turning point in the conflict, as the French used airborne and ground units to attempt to encircle Viet Minh forces. Though they captured some key positions, they failed to completely destroy the Viet Minh command, showcasing the resilience and adaptability of Ho Chi Minh's forces. The First Indochina War ultimately set the stage for U.S. involvement in Vietnam decades later. 9. The Siege of Sijitvar, 1566, ends. On September 26, 1566, the Siege of Sijitvar concluded with the deaths of both Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent and Miklo Zrinyi, the Hungarian commander. The siege was part of the ongoing struggle between the Ottoman Empire and the Habsburg monarchy. Zrinyi and his 2,300 soldiers fought valiantly against overwhelming Ottoman forces but were eventually overrun. However, their resistance delayed Ottoman advances into Central Europe, and Suleiman's death during the siege weakened Ottoman momentum. 10. The execution of naval officer Thomas Macdonough, 1825. On September 26, 1825, Thomas Macdonough, a prominent officer of the U.S. Navy during the War of 1812, died. Macdonough is best known for his leadership during the Battle of Lake Champlain in 1814, where he successfully defended against a British naval invasion. His victory secured the northeastern U.S. border and played a significant role in ending the War of 1812 in favor of the United States. His tactical brilliance and calm demeanor under pressure were instrumental in the American victory. FAQs. 1. What was the significance of the Battle of Worcester, 1651? The Battle of Worcester marked the end of the English Civil War, with Oliver Cromwell's parliamentarian forces defeating the Royalists. This battle secured the overthrow of the monarchy for a decade. 2. Who was Shaka Zulu and why is he important in military history? Shaka Zulu was a revolutionary military leader in southern Africa who transformed Zulu warfare with new tactics and innovations, making the Zulu kingdom a dominant force in the region. 3. Why did Operation Market Garden fail in 1944? Operation Market Garden failed due to several factors, including inadequate intelligence, logistical challenges, and fierce German resistance, especially at Arnhem, which resulted in a high number of casualties. 4. What was the First Indochina War, and why did Operation Leah matter? The First Indochina War was a conflict between French colonial forces and the Viet Minh for control of Vietnam. Operation Leah was significant as it demonstrated the resilience of the Viet Minh despite French efforts to crush the resistance. 5. How did Thomas Macdonough impact the War of 1812? Macdonough's leadership during the Battle of Lake Champlain in 1814 was pivotal in securing an American victory against the British, which helped end the War of 1812 on favorable terms for the U.S. 6. What was the Siege of Sijitvar, 1566, and why is it important? The Siege of Sijitvar was a key battle in the Ottoman-Habsburg Wars. The fierce defense by Hungarian forces delayed the Ottoman advance, and the death of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent during the siege marked a turning point in Ottoman expansion.